Hello and welcome everybody back to another episode of On Campus. My name is Drew Kirby and today we have a very special person here today, Christian Villanueva. Christian, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I've been okay, and I know you guys are doing great as your team is coming off of the tournament at Reno as a speech and debate. So tell me a little bit about that. I know you performed a little bit of speeches. Which ones did you perform?
Yeah, so at the 2024 National Championship in Reno, I performed poetry interpretation speech, dramatic interpretation speech, and I also did participate in impromptu speaking as well over there.
Which one was your favorite out of all the ones you performed?
My favorite speech to do was poetry interpretation because it dealt a lot with my identity as a Filipino person. It was about the how Filipino love songs were used to combat Spanish colonizers during the time, and how that resulted into a revolution. So that was my favorite speech to do at
Okay.
Reno.
That sounds like a very interesting topic. That's not one that you're assigned though, right?
No, what's it called? So the way it works is at the beginning of the year, you sit down with the coaches and talk about what you want to talk about, and we find the best, forms of literature and pieces to work to find to help craft a piece so that we could start performing that in the tournaments.
And you say poetry was your favorite out of all of them. How did you grow a love for poetry?
I always grew up. I loved expressing myself through words. I was always someone who used words to like kind of describe how I'm feeling, but not in a very direct, but more so a metaphoric way. So I've always found that interesting, and seeing works of poetry like embody that. I always was drawn to it.
It's interesting. And I wanted to take a step back a little bit. So how exactly did you find out about the speech and debate team?
So with the speech and debate team, it could go all the way back to 2019 when I took intro to communications, and I did the annual intramural competition here at the school, where they take all the Com 1 students and have them participate in a tournament, either doing informative speech, persuasive speech, or an interpretation piece. And surprisingly, I got second place in the final round. And then I took a bunch of communication classes, and it wasn't until I took argumentation and debate where I thought I could debate, and my professor, Janine Whitesell, pushed me towards the speech and debate team, and I met some of the speech and debate team there, and they were teasing me to join, and I essentially took a chance, and I joined the team.
And that was last year, correct?
Last year, yes, last spring.
So you were a rookie on the last year team. Was there anything you learned from that semester that you brought over to this semester?
Yeah, it was. So when I first started off with the speech and debate team, I was nervous. I didn't think I was going to be doing this in college, per se. And what I learned in the first semester of me doing this was helping me bring my confidence in speaking, and that's what I brought over to my next in this current season.
What's the biggest way to improve your confidence as a speaker yourself, would you say?
The best advice that I've told people, and the thing that I give myself, is that when you look in the mirror and you're speaking, and you're scared to speak in front of people who you don't know, that's the beauty of it, is they don't know you and you don't know them, so you're probably never going to see them again. So give it your all, give it your best, and just give them a show, because at the end of the day, they're going to have lives that they're going to be thinking about, but in those 8 minutes, you can give them something to pay attention to.
Yeah, that's insightful. I like that answer. Will you be on the team next year?
I will be competing next semester, yes.
Okay, so what is the biggest goal for you and for the team for you guys next year?
The biggest goal for me, per se, would be just crafting and honing my craft in terms of performance, and like really putting 110% in, because there's definitely some elements I want to work on. And for the team, they're all superstars. I don't gotta worry about them, and we just gotta go out there, show up, and show out.
You said your teammates are superstars. So working with them, how has that helped you grow as a speaker?
this team is like a family. I can't explain how many times they've helped me get out of my, when I felt like I feel like I didn't belong, they helped me, they helped remind me of who I was within the space. And like for them, they, as soon as they get up on that stage, they are masters, even though they feel like they don't feel like they're masters. It's a constant, it's a constant tug of war of just, reassuring each other. But we all know that we're good, and we just gotta, keep it supporting each other. Yeah.
And lastly, what was your favorite memory, or a memory that you'll hold on to from this tournament?
So the favorite memory that I had from the national tournament was the community of speech and debate or forensics. There's people from different schools and different regions of the country that came together during this tournament, and at a place where everyone's trying to get the gold number one. At the end of the day, we all love the sport that we're doing, and we know that, and we like bond over that.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for you today, Christian. Thank you for all your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good luck next year, and congratulations on all the success for you and your team this year.
For sure. Thank you.
That's going to be all for today's episode of On Campus. Thank you guys all for tuning in. My name is Drew Kirby, and I had the pleasure of interviewing Christian Villanueva. Once again, thank you guys all for tuning in, and until next time, take care.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great.
It's nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So.
The exponential growth from the program from my first year to my third year now, that's what keeps me coming back and keeps me excited and just like fulfills me as a person.
It's so impressive, and we every time we walk in here, you guys are doing something different. It's great.
It's nothing but opportunities here, and we have sports to cover, we have the equipment.
Because the more ambitious you are, the more opportunities you'll have.
On-the-job training is huge.
Get the hands-on experience.
When someone asks who can do it, you can raise your hand and say, I can do it. So.
Joining the class was the best decision I ever made.
Stand by, we're going to go to cut one. And cut one. Cross court to Audrey Jones. Audrey for three! And it's good! With 1.3 seconds left on the game clock. Audrey Jones with one of the biggest shots ever.
The sky's the limit, really, with what we can do here.